The girl by the cemetery gate. She was already waiting when he arrived, as she always was, leaning against the old stone pillar, coat buttoned up to her neck, a sketchbook tucked under one arm like a satchel. The cemetery behind her stretched wide and quiet, its tangled ivy and tilting stones already touched by the fading gold of the afternoon sun. "Hi," he said, half out of breath. "You're late," she replied, but smiled. He was never unkind. They'd met at school 3 months ago, when she arrived mid-term with a name no one could pronounce properly and a quiet confidence that unsettled people. Her accent was faintly something, her clothes a little too old-fashioned. Her interests deeply uncool. She read 19th century novels at lunch, never joined group chats, and always left through the back gate near the cemetery. Most people avoided her. He hadn't. He wasn't sure why. At first curiosity maybe, then fascination, then something else. "Here, take these." She handed him a slightly squashed Kit Kat and a bag of ready salted crisps. They walked. They didn't talk about school. Out here, it didn't exist. Instead, she pointed out graves with winged hourglasses, cracked urns, stone children asleep on marble pillows. She told him stories about the people buried there, not from books, but things she somehow knew. He didn't ask questions. He liked hearing her talk, the way her voice softened and she was trying not to let on how much she cared. "You always know exactly where everything is," he said, as they passed a rusted gate into a denser part of the cemetery. "I've done a little research." They shared the crisps and the chocolate bar sitting on the steps of a collapsing mausoleum. The light through the trees turned amber. She turned to him then, something cautious behind her eyes. "Can I ask you something?" He shrugged. "Sure." "Why did you come here? With me, I mean." He blinked. "Because I like it. I like you." She looked down at her hands. "You don't even know me. Not really." "What does that mean?" She hesitated. Nothing, but something had shifted between them then, just enough to draw them closer. "I like that you don't try to change me," she said, voice soft. "You just let me be." He leaned in, closer than he'd ever dared. "You say that like that's a bad thing." She met his eyes. Her heart beat. It felt like the world held its breath. And she stood, brushed crumbs from her coat. "Oh, there's one more grave I want to find." The sky had dimmed. Fireworks popped distantly across the city, unseen but felt. They wandered deeper. He reached for her hand. She let him. They stepped off the path into a part of the cemetery he didn't recognize. Older, darker. The trees were thicker here, and the stones more broken. A statue of an angel leaned sideways, one wing snapped clean off. I think it's just up here," she said. "It's got an Ouroboros on it." "What's that?" "A snake eating its tail." He grinned. "Charming." But before she could reply, a sound cut through the air, low, dragging, close. They both turned. On the undergrowth, something moved. Not an animal, not a person. Something else. She went still. "Run!" They tore through the brush, crashing through ivy and nettles, breath ragged. She pulled him down a narrow side path and into a crypt with a heavy wooden door, paint dulled and flaky. The air inside was cold, damp, close. He slammed the door shut behind them. "What the hell was that?" She didn't answer. "What's going on?" I never meant it to come this close," she said, trembling now. "It wasn't supposed to happen like this." "What wasn't?" I liked being real," she said, more to herself than him. He stared. "What are you talking about?" She turned to him, eyes glassy. "I was never supposed to last this long. I came from here. The cemetery. I was called up, a memory, a story, and I got stuck." He tried to step back. "That's not... No, that's insane." "I know," she said. "I know, but it's true." He was shaking. "You've been coming from here every time. Cemetery gate." The thing outside scraped closer. She moved towards him slowly. "I'm sorry. I should have left you alone. But you were the only real thing I ever had. And I didn't want to go back." He didn't speak. She reached for his hand. "You don't have to come. But if you were to kiss me, if you chose me, I can bring you with me. We disappear together." He stared at her. This strange, brilliant girl never quite belonged. His heart beat once, twice, and then he leaned in. The kiss was soft, uncertain, full of everything unsaid. When it ended, she touched his face. "I didn't think you would," she whispered. "I didn't either," he said. Then the light in the crypt changed, dimmed, turned blue and silver, and something colder than the sky. The stone walls shimmered. Outside, the wind stilled. Inside, they stood very close. And then they were gone. No bodies, no footprints. 2 names, freshly etched on the grave outside, joined by the curve of a snake eating its own tail.